Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Thoughts of a Rambling Mind. As you know, I only make videos when I find something intriguing, and of course, I'm intrigued. So let's go. This video today is going to be about, it's going to be about human life cycle, but I really wanted to talk about it because of the overturning of Roe v. Wade by the Supreme Court and the discussions surrounding abortions. How some states have gone to the extreme of like banning abortions in some of the most extreme circumstances, and some states have gone to the other extreme in making new legislation to protect abortion under the most extreme circumstances. So let's get into it, right? And I want to start off by saying that my moral view on abortion versus my political view on abortion versus my actual actions when it comes to abortion all conflict with each other, right? So I'll break that down, what I mean by that. Morally, I feel like abortion is wrong. I feel like there isn't a real justifiable reason to have an abortion. That's my moral stance on that. I feel like as natural beings, we're here naturally, and with the exception of the mother losing her life and making that decision between her and the doctor, then that would be the only morally justified reason for having abortion, in my opinion. All right. Now, my political stance on abortion is such: I don't feel that our government, as a nation, should legalize abortion as a nation. I feel like they shouldn't also make it illegal as a nation. I feel abortion should be something that is regulated, something that has a set of parameters, what is healthy, what is not healthy, the proper procedures in order, the way to perform it. And I feel like it should be up to each individual doctor, hospital, district, or state, depending on what the scholars decide is the best way to do that. I don't think it should be a national, federal thing, because I don't think that it's a good message to the people or to the world that a government sanctions killing of human lives. Even the death penalty, I don't think that the government as a whole should sanction that. If they do that state by state, that's different. But as a whole, the government, the federal government, should not sanction the taking of human lives, other than for the protection of the country itself. All right. What I would actually do in my real life and what I have done in my real life. Well, here's where the conflict comes in. Because I have been a person who has participated, supported, encouraged, and even was aggressive and manipulative towards making abortions happen or encouraging abortions to happen. Because I can't have an abortion myself. But I've been in situations where I've gotten a girl pregnant, and of course this is all a product of my own irresponsibility and her irresponsibility. Let's put that out there. I've gotten a girl pregnant, and we've decided that we would abort the child. I've gotten a girl pregnant, and she's decided, unbeknownst to me, that she would abort the child, and I found out later, and I felt very hurt by that. I've gotten a girl pregnant, and she wanted to keep the baby, and I manipulated her into having an abortion. I've gotten a girl pregnant, and I've yelled and screamed, was belligerent, and was almost forceful in getting her to have the abortion. gotten a girl pregnant and I told her I would abandon her if she were to have the baby, and I abandoned her while she was pregnant so that she would understand that I was serious. And she had the abortion. I've had abortion. I've had a girl pregnant who I love very much, and I wanted to see a future with them, and I wanted to marry this girl, but the timing wasn't right, and the finances weren't right. And I just wanted to do everything so perfectly that we decided to have that abortion. So there are many reasons why I've participated in abortions, many abortions. But I don't use that to justify my beliefs. I don't use my actions to justify my beliefs, because we aren't perfect human beings, and we all have hypocrisies about us. And I, of all people, know how easy it is to cast judgment upon another, but when you're in a situation, to go a different route. The difference between what I'm doing and what I believe a lot of the people in the world are doing, women and men alike, is you're using your actions and your morals interchangeably. All right? It's okay to say that abortion is wrong, but I still participate because of ... This is America, and it's a free country. You have a right to do that. I'm not a fan of delusion. I'm not a fan of lying to yourself and not being real with yourself. To me, my judgment and my bearing of what is right and what is wrong is what I would teach to my children as something that is okay to do. So unless you guys are willing to teach to your children that it is okay to have abortions, then it's not right. I believe that you'll teach your children to have safe sex. I believe that you'll teach your children to have responsible sex and to choose the partner that they'll have responsibly, to be a mate for their future. I believe that abortion and your child will only come into the picture if you find out about it. And it's truly one of those situations where a hard decision, will be made. Now, I don't say will have to be made. The decision will be made. Okay. Now, I just wanted to get all of that out of the way. I'll let you guys know that, again, is not the reason why I made this video. My reason for making this video is because in this debate, I've heard so many women using a line of argument that comes from the trickery of our slave master. All right? There's a line of argument that is not true, doesn't work, and it's misguided. Okay, so let me give you guys some scientific fact, ladies. What is the human life cycle? See, the reason why we're asking this question is because a lot of women are talking about it's a fetus, it's not alive, it's not a human, it's part of my body, it's my body, don't tell me what to do with my body. Okay? So this is a line of reasoning that is so preposterous to me. And not just to me, but to science in general. Okay? So the human life cycle. When does a woman actually become pregnant? Here's a little funny thing to find out. Women actually become pregnant around 2 weeks before fertilization, right? Pregnancy is counted from the first week of your previous period, right? That's how pregnancy is counted. The doctor calculates from the first week of your previous period to when the baby will be born. Okay, so we'll start there. All right. Once the egg and the sperm meet, a human has been formed. There's no question about that. Once the egg and the sperm meet, that new being now has all material it needs to be a human. See, once fertilized, the egg has its 46 pair of chromosomes, right? 23 from mom, 23 from dad. It's got all this genetic material. Human life has begun.
Day 10. The whole thing increases in size, and bundles of cells start developing into support structures. Surprisingly, at this stage, the embryo can direct its own development with no input from the mother's tissues.
It has its gender. Within the first 3 weeks, it'll have its nerves, so it'll be able to feel pain. That all happens within the first 3 weeks. That is the first stage of human life. Okay? The second stage after that stage is called the blastocyte. Okay? That is the first stage of human life. After the stage called the blastocyte, that form then turns into a Once the development in the blastocyte has been completed, we now call that an embryo. This is now the second stage of human life. All right? From an embryo, now we get real development of organs and things like that. All right? After the embryo, it develops into a fetus, right? Head closes, skull closes, all of the final stages are done. And then the baby is born. That point it is called the baby, infant, after which stage is called toddler, after which stage is called preteen or adolescent, teenager, young adult, adult, senior, dead. That is the human life cycle. Okay? I do not want you guys to argue foolishness anymore. I want us all to take responsibility. That way our next generation can benefit, right? Our generations are getting worse and worse and worse because each generation after is finding something else not to take responsibility for. All right? So, those are my thoughts of a rambling mind. Like, share, comment, and I'm out.